Welcome to the module on Unusual Incident Reports, also known as UIR. In this training, we will learn about what events require an unusual incident report, the different levels and types of incidents reported, and the process for reporting and documenting incidents to the Division of Developmental Disabilities. The Division expects everyone that provides services to Division-eligible individuals to take immediate steps to protect the individual, to ensure prompt medical attention, and to work to prevent future occurrences. As such, it is expected that occurrences be reported as unusual incidents and be followed up on appropriately. The following are some policies to keep in mind when reporting unusual incidents. The first duty of all persons involved is to ensure the health and safety of the individual served. Incidents must be reported within expected timeframes set by the DDD, and all persons involved are expected to cooperate in an investigation. Failure to report an unusual incident or cooperate in an investigation may result in corrective action. Law enforcement authorities shall be advised of any suspected criminal activities and documented in the UIR. The individual's guardian shall be informed of all unusual incidents that are client-specific within 1 working day and documented in the UIR. Each reporting person shall enter required information about unusual incidents into the department-approved database called the Unusual Incident Reporting Management System, or UIR-MS. This database shall be accessible to authorized department and division staff. Each incident report will be maintained in accordance with the state record retention schedules along with state and federal confidentiality laws, including but not limited to all Health Information Portability and Accountability Act, or HIPAA, regulations. All records, reports, and other information, whether written or verbal, that directly or indirectly identifies a current or former Department of Human Services service recipient shall be kept confidential. Reportable incidents are classified by different levels. Level A+ incidents are classified as occurrences that are highly unusual or an event posing imminent threat to life or safety. Level A incidents are classified as occurrences that are a serious threat to life and/or safety. Level B incidents are classified as occurrences where the threat to life or safety is not imminent, and Level C incidents are classified as occurrences that indicate possible problems in the care of service recipients or incidents with the potential to expose service recipients to possible harm or injury, but are not considered an emergency. Injury means the accidental, self-inflicted, or intentional damage to the body by an external force. Levels of injury will be categorized as follows. No injury means lacking any evidence of injury and/or complaint of pain as determined by staff assessing the situation and, if possible, as described by the service recipient. Minor injury refers to an injury that requires no treatment beyond basic first aid and administered by a medical professional or service provider. Examples of minor injuries include, but are not limited to, bruises and abrasions. Moderate injury refers to an injury that requires treatment beyond basic first aid and that can only be performed by a medical professional at a physician's office, at a hospital emergency room, or by facility physicians. Examples of moderate injuries include, but are not limited to, a laceration requiring sutures or a human bite breaking the skin, injury around the eye such as bruising, swelling, or lacerations. Finally, a major injury refers to an injury that requires treatment that can only be performed at a hospital facility and that may or may not include admission to the hospital for additional treatment or observation. Examples of major injuries include, but are not limited to, skull fractures, injuries to the eye, and broken bones requiring setting and casting. Medical incidents refer to any incidents concerned with choking, disease or illness, or errors in medical treatment or the administration of medication. Choking is defined as an incident that occurs during swallowing that requires the assistance of another person for relief, as in the application of an abdominal thrust or suctioning. Disease refers to the outbreak of a communicable illness that could impact the health, safety, or operation of a facility or program, or a single incident of illness reportable to the Department of Health and Senior Services. Medication treatment errors refer to any deviation from prescribed orders that results in, or has the potential to result in, serious effects that require medical intervention as determined by a qualified medical professional. These incidents may involve errors in medical treatment or errors in the administration of medication. Operational incidents include a variety of incidents that significantly impact or could potentially affect the general health, safety, or welfare of service recipients, or those which impact on the daily operation of a facility or program. Operational incidents include the following: destruction or damage to state, service recipient, or employee property. This refers to an accidental or willful act perpetrated by any person that destroys or damages state, consultant, contractor, or personal property, rendering the item unusable. State property examples include equipment such as vehicles, laptops, computers, or tools, or property, including structures and land. Service recipient property examples include televisions, stereos, cameras, and clothing. Incidents involving money will be handled under the theft loss category. Employee or others property examples include jewelry, clothing, cell phones, automobile tires, and equipment or tools. Environmental incidents refer to incidents involving spills or illegal dumping of toxic substances or other occurrences impacting on air, soil, or water quality. A major event refers to an incident resulting in damage which renders a facility or part of a facility unusable or resulting in injuries to staff or service recipients. A moderate event refers to incidents requiring outside assistance to extinguish or contain, and a minor event refers to incidents that were extinguished or contained utilizing facility staff. A mass disturbance refers to an incident involving 5 or more people that disrupts services or impacts on facility operations and may pose a threat to life or safety of others, for example, a riot. Operational breakdown refers to any utility outage which may cause a threat to life or safety or impact on facility operations. Examples of this include loss of electricity to all or part of a facility or loss of telephone service. Public safety issues refer to incidents such as natural disasters, terrorist threats, or the taking of hostages posing an immediate threat to the life and safety of service recipients and employees. In cases where criminal activity occurs, the incident should be reported as such. Theft or loss refers to a willful or unexplainable incident perpetrated by any person resulting in state, service recipient, or employee property or monetary funds being stolen or missing. Unexpected staff shortages refers to incidents resulting from an apparent job action or other situations that may pose a threat to life or safety or impact on facility operations. Restraint use refers to the restriction of an individual's freedom of movement, either partially or totally, by physical contact imposed by staff. Restraint use may be approved or unapproved. Approved restraints implemented with prior approval and written order in accordance with the administrative regulations and policies of the appropriate division or as part of an approved behavior treatment plan. Unapproved restraints are implemented without the prior approval or order or not in accordance with the administrative regulations of the division or not as part of an approved behavior treatment plan. The legal guardian shall be notified of all client-specific unusual incidents. Notification to the guardian may be by phone, fax, or in person as soon as possible, but no later than the next working day. The type of notification and date shall be documented in the client record. Names of other individuals or witnesses allegedly involved in the incident must be kept confidential. If the incident involves an individual served by the Bureau of Guardianship Services or BGS, the UIR coordinator shall provide a copy of the unusual incident report to the respective BGS office. There are special reporting requirements for incidents of alleged abuse, neglect, or exploitation. All complaints of abuse, neglect, or exploitation shall be considered to be allegations unless the matter is substantiated by the preponderance of evidence following an investigation. Suspected abuse or neglect of individuals over the age of 18 residing in their own home or in other unlicensed settings shall be reported to the County Adult Protective Services Agency. Suspected abuse or neglect of any individual 60 years of age or older who resides in living arrangements other than their own home shall be reported to the New Jersey Office of the Ombudsman for the Institutionalized. Suspected abuse or neglect of individuals who reside in boarding homes or residential healthcare facilities shall be reported to the local county boards of social services. Suspected abuse or neglect of individuals who reside in facilities licensed by the Department of Health and Senior Services, including but not limited to nursing homes, shall be reported to DHSS. If it appears that there may be a violation of the New Jersey Code of Criminal Justice involving a service recipient or contracted provider or program, the matter must be reported to law enforcement authorities. Notification to law enforcement authorities can occur before, during, or after the investigation of the incident as warranted. Law enforcement notification may be required for incident types including, but not limited to, unexpected, sudden, or unusual deaths, sexual abuse or assault, physical abuse or assault, neglect, exploitation, theft or loss of money or property, injuries of unknown origin, or illegal contraband. Incidents should be reported to the UIR coordinator as quickly as safety allows. In all scenarios, incidents must be reported at minimum within established timeframes. Sufficient information must be gathered to complete the mandatory required fields of the initial incident report. However, if all information is not available, reporting of the incident should not be delayed. The missing information should be submitted as soon as possible in a follow-up report. Each incident reported must be categorized as A+, A, B, or C level. Each division, component, and provider agency shall maintain a comprehensive file of incident reports as specified by internal procedures. The UIR, follow-up reports, and investigation notes and reports are confidential and are not subject to public disclosure. A summary of the unusual incident shall be included in the progress notes section of the client record and shall have only client-specific information. The summary shall include the date of the incident, type of incident, description of incident and injuries, care and treatment provided, and any follow-up actions as they relate to the client who is the subject of the file. Division supervisors shall discuss with staff the procedures for reporting unusual incidents, giving examples relevant to the worksite, during the division employee's job performance evaluation. In the event that the UIR-MS database is inaccessible within the reporting timeframes specified for the written notification of unusual incidents, the UIR coordinator shall notify division and department staff of the problem by phone. Department and division management will designate staff to be alerted to technical problems within the UIR-MS database. The incident report should then be emailed or faxed to the appropriate reporting sites for the division. In addition to reporting requirements, it must also be determined if remedial action or investigation is necessary. This could include relocating the individual, seeking medical attention, or instituting corrective actions such as training, supervision changes, procedural changes, and/or disciplinary action to prevent reoccurrence. The incident report is then closed in accordance with the procedures. If the initial report is closed, the reasons for closure shall be documented on the UIR. Community care residence sponsors will report all unusual incidents by phone to the assigned division case manager or supervisor at the appropriate division regional office. Provider agencies shall report all incidents to the applicable regional UIR coordinator. A+ and A-level incidents shall be reported immediately by phone during and after normal working hours. Written reports of A+ and A-level incidents shall be forwarded the same working day during normal working hours. If the incident occurs after regular working hours, the written incident report shall be forwarded the next working day. Written reports of B-level incidents shall be forwarded by the next working day. The designated division agency staff shall review any available information and determine if remedial action is needed or was already taken, included but not limited to relocating the service recipient or staff if there appears to be imminent danger or risk to health, safety, or welfare of the service recipient, securing medical attention, or notifying police if a criminal act appears to have occurred. Provider agencies shall use the DDD Initial Incident Report form to report all unusual incidents. The closing of incidents requires that developmental centers, community services, and/or provider agency staff complete the following steps. Complete a thorough investigation or evaluation of the incident by an objective party in accordance with applicable statutory, regulatory, and/or policy-related timeframes. Arrive at an objective conclusion based upon corroboration of evidence and facts. Make recommendations that delineate the scope of required corrective plans and designates targeted timeframes for implementation to prevent reoccurrences of the incident. Present all relevant facts, conclusions, and recommendations regarding the incident to division administration and/or department management. And all incidents must have one of the following findings in order to be closed. Substantiated, meaning there is a preponderance of credible evidence that an allegation or a situation is true and occurred. Unsubstantiated, meaning there is less than a preponderance of credible evidence, facts, or information to support the allegation or situation is true or occurred. Or unfounded, there is no credible evidence, information, or facts to support the allegation or situation is true and occurred. Incident reports can be securely and confidentially uploaded from your computer on the web address listed on this slide. The report will include the reporting agency, email address, DDD ID number, incident number, ORM units, notes, and any other information needed. When you click on the reporting agency field, a list of agency names will display, and you may choose the name of your agency, which will be accepted once you press submit. Enter an email address that will be used to contact you in case there are any questions and to provide you with information such as the incident number assigned and directions for necessary follow-up. Enter the 6-digit ID number of one of the individuals involved in the incident that is being reported. Enter the UIR-MS number provided to you by the UIR unit when submitting a follow-up. If the incident number is 14-123456, you would enter 14 in the first box and 123456 in the second. When doing an initial incident report, leave this blank. There are 4 units in the Division of Developmental Disabilities, plus a unit based in central office. All of these units are part of the Office of Risk Management, ORM. Providers are assigned to one Office of Risk Management location to which they will submit all of their UIRs. For providers who are not assigned to a specific ORM unit, they are to report incidents according to the county of residence for the individual involved in the incident. The Notes section can be used to describe what is being uploaded for your records, who to contact in case of any questions, or any other information you want to provide to the ORM unit. This section can also be used to describe uploaded documentation. Finally, to upload the file, click on Browse and locate the document that you want to upload. After submitting, click OK. This will then lead you to another screen where you will click the print icon. After clicking the print icon, you can either open or save the file. When you click on Open, you will see the screen on the following page, which is a receipt for what you submitted on the chosen UIR unit. You have now successfully submitted a UIR. Now it's time for some scenarios. In scenario 1, Patrick is a service provider at Happy Home, Inc. and is working his day shift. Patrick decided to play basketball outside with the individuals, and while they were playing, one of the individuals fell and scraped his knee. What is the first thing that Patrick should do? Write a UIR, ensure that the individual is okay, immediately run to grab the first aid kit, or call the residential supervisor. The correct answer is B, because the first duty of all persons involved is to ensure the health and safety of the individuals served. Scenario 2. Taylor is a supervisor working her overnight shift on a Friday night and doing her 10-minute check-ins on all of the individuals. When entering one of the individuals' rooms, the individual was having trouble breathing, so she immediately called 911. The individual was taken to the hospital and everything was okay. When should Taylor call the guardian? First thing Monday morning, once the individual returns back to the home, the UIR coordinator will alert them once they receive the report, or as soon as the individual was sent to the hospital, no matter what time it is. The correct answer is D. Incidents should be reported to the UIR coordinator as quickly as safety allows. In all scenarios, incidents must be reported at minimum within the timeframes established. Scenario 3. Terry and Matt are working the morning shift and they begin to serve breakfast. One of the individuals is unhappy with what is being served and begins to have a behavior. The individual becomes verbally and physically aggressive towards Terry and Matt, and they cannot de-escalate him. What should Terry and Matt do? Call 911, use physical restraints, leave the individual in the home alone so they won't get hurt, or call the manager or supervisor. The correct answer is A, call 911. If it appears that there may be a violation of the New Jersey Code of Criminal Justice involving a service recipient or contracted provider or program, the matter must be reported to law enforcement authorities by division staff and agencies and entities under contract with the division or regulated by the department that provides services to division-eligible individuals. This concludes our module on unusual incident reports.